Hey guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from TechSocial.com and ddefranco.com with a What's in My Dock video. It has been quite some time. I don't even know when the last time I made this video. Maybe a year ago, maybe 9 months ago. I don't know. I just know it's been a while and I've gotten quite a few requests lately. So anyway, here we go. We'll go through my dock one app at a time and I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. First up is Finder. We all know what Finder is, hopefully. It's basically the equivalent of Windows Explorer but for the Mac, and better in my opinion. Close that. Next up is Dictionary. I actually use this just about every single day of my life. I was searching appall just to see the exact definition because somebody on Twitter said that they appalled me as a human being, which I found quite funny, so I had to look it up to see the exact definition. Even though I knew what it meant, obviously, I just had to see the exact definition. Anyway, there's Dictionary. Mail. I get an email just about maybe every 5-10 minutes of my life, but it is clear right now because I recently just went through it, purged it, and I like an empty inbox because I like to get things done. Close that. iCal, that just shows my sponsors and everything and when payments are due and things like that. Nothing too exciting. Safari, this is my primary browser. I know a lot of people do not like Safari. I actually love it. I love it because it's so integrated, I guess that's the word, with the OS X interface, obviously because it's Apple and Apple. It's not the most, what's the word, stable browser, but I do love it because of the interface, and it's very minimal in terms of, everything in terms of the interface. Okay, I'm just repeating myself, you get the point. My secondary browser is Chrome though. I use Chrome every single day, but this is usually on my secondary monitor for news such as Mashable and for sharing articles that I find interesting, such as this rest in peace Flip video camera. Guys, I gotta be honest, it's kind of depressing I know that Flip is dead. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Flip cameras because I use Panasonic, but I do like the brand for what they represent, and it's just sad that they're dying. Anyway, next up is Firefox. This is my third browser I use. Yes, I use 3 different browsers. I usually use this browser for coding purposes. For instance, if I go to, let me just see, TechSocial.com, and you can see this little Firebug extension pop up. This allows me to inspect elements on my website and change things in real time. So if I click this little bug here in the inspect button and click on the click right there, margin bottom, let's make that 3, and as you can see the margin increased. This is a great way of coding websites in real time without ever actually changing the code on the server side. So this is a great app, extension I should say, Firebug, and I believe Firebug is also now part of Chrome and maybe Safari, but I know it's definitely on Firefox obviously since that's what you're seeing. Alright, next up is Twirl. Twirl is my preferred Twitter browser. I have yet to find anything that's better than it. I mean, I seriously love Twirl. It's so much better than every other Twitter client I've ever used, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but it is what it is. Next up is Echophone. This is my second favorite Twitter client. I usually use this to search for keywords, such as things I find interesting, such as TechSocial, if I can spell it right, TechSocial, and I'll see everybody that mentions TechSocial. And then, of course, I have my saved searches, and one of them is Squarespace. That way I can track who's searching Squarespace, and I can help anyone with questions, since I am a big fan of Squarespace. That's just great for marketing reasons. Next up is Skype. Yes, Skype is Skype. We all know what that is. Colloquy. Colloquy is my preferred IRC application for viewing my own chat room at ddefranco.com/live. or techsocial.com/live. It's actually over here on my secondary monitor. Let's close that. Yes, quit. Fetch. I don't use Fetch that much right now because I'm not using any WordPress sites, but this is my preferred application for file transfer protocol, also known as FTP. Let me close that. A Monster ate my homework. This game is amazing. It was free on the Mac App Store for a while. It might still be free, I'm not totally sure. But this is a physics-based game. I beat every single level, and I'm waiting for new levels to come out soon. As you can see right here, they're coming very soon. I believe it's already out on the iPad, but I really prefer the Mac version. And basically what you gotta do is, actually, yeah, let's just do this one real quick. You gotta knock all the blocks off except for the books. It might sound stupid, but believe me. See, now this is... Oh. Damn it. Alright, well, there it goes. They both died, but like I said, I already beat all the levels. So I'm just kind of waiting for the updates to come out. Mac App Store. I don't know any Mac user that wouldn't want this in their dock. Although, I don't know. I mean, for me, I like to check the Mac App Store, if I can say it. Ooh, updates. Please be a monster at my homework. Nah, Stuntmania. A lot of people like that game. I think it sucks. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But yes, there's the Mac App Store. I love the App Store. I'm really glad Apple came out with that. And finally, we have iTunes. There's my podcasts. And then we have my music here. That weird glitch you see that? You can see Chris Pirillo's head pop up real quick because I'm watching his live stream right now. That's kind of weird. It's a flash thing. What do you expect? Next up is, let me see, QuickTime Player 7. I use this just in case I don't like QuickTime 10. So let's close that. And of course, QuickTime 10 is right next to it. I still don't understand how they jump from QuickTime 7 to QuickTime 10. I mean, look at this, QuickTime 10. I don't get that. And there you go. I got email. Stream Desk, which is right over here. This is how I view my live streams. Usually I'm watching Chris Pirillo if he's doing something live. I just checked real quick and he's not really doing anything right now. But I still leave him up in the background just in case he does do a live recording. AOL Radio. I absolutely love AOL Radio. This is my preferred internet radio station. A lot of people love Pandora. Trust me, I love Pandora, but I really, really, really love AOL Radio. It's great. They have video game scores. They have rock, 80s, 70s, pop, anything you can imagine. And video game scores, Final Fantasy Radio, it's just great. And it's free. So, free is always good. Next up is VLC. Gotta be honest, I don't use VLC that often, but for those of you not aware, it's an app that basically reads every single video format out there. Although I recently installed MPlayer X from the Mac App Store. And that should be my new player. It's just not my dock yet. I'm just going to give it a chance and see if I like it. Close that. Of course it's hanging up. I didn't even do anything. So again, VLC, it's just, I don't know, in my experience, look at that. Okay, there you go. In my experience, it's just not a very stable app. Elgato Video Capture. Let me launch this. I'm not really using this right now. I was using it recently for a VHS to DVD transfer project I was doing for a client, but it's obviously not going to work right now because the hardware is not connected. But like I just said, this allows me to capture in real time VHS video source and encode it into DVD, audio, anything I want basically. It goes from analog to digital. iMovie 2011, my preferred iMovie video editing client, I should say. Awesome app. I love iMovie. I'm a big fan. It always takes a little while to launch because I have a lot of videos in here and events. I don't even know what the last video you'll see on here is. And yes, I do have the beach ball. My Mac isn't the fastest anymore, but I'm definitely looking forward to Mac OS X Lion when it comes out this summer because I will be installing a solid state drive because I just can't put up with this anymore. Although, it's not usually this slow. Maybe it's slowing down because I'm doing a screen capture. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not usually this slow, guys. Believe me. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, yeah, this is my smart cover review.
So first of all, guys,
and there it is.
This as 21.
Again, it's running a little slow because I'm doing a screen capture. Next up is World of Warcraft. I do not play WoW, but my good friend Jesse does at twitter.com/artistjgray, in case you're wondering. I'm just launching it real quick just to show you it's here. And there you go. Nothing really that exciting, just a login screen. Next up is iPhoto. I gotta be honest, I don't even use iPhoto that often. I used to a lot. I'm gonna get myself a DSLR soon, so I'm hoping to get back into photography by the summertime. So we'll see. Actually, it's gonna load places. Let me quit that now because it's gonna show my location probably. And then Photoshop, I use Photoshop CS4 as my primary graphic design application. I am in here every single day for multiple hours of the day. I love it. Whether it's for clients or personal projects or my websites, anything, Photoshop CS4 is my app. Next up is Adobe Dreamweaver. Well, if I can say that right. Dreamweaver CS4. This is not that great of an application, but I just have it in my dock because I do use it almost every other week or something like that, just to do image mapping for my YouTube banners and if I need it for client work. I haven't launched CS4 since I restarted my Mac, so it's going to take a little while to launch. There it goes. As you can see, all my projects, channel banner, home, header, that's all stuff for my YouTube channel and my website. Nothing too exciting. TextEdit. TextEdit I use every single day practically. I love TextEdit. This is what I primarily use for my video editing notes and anything else that matters. What just happened? Something just, Adobe Updater. I don't need to quit that. Okay, next up is Pages. Pages might take a minute to load because, again, I just restarted my Mac, so everything's fresh. Actually, that wasn't too bad. That's all that's going to show. But yeah, for those of you not aware about Pages, actually it is moving quite slow, I told you. There it is. It's basically Microsoft Word, but better looking, in my opinion. The interface is just so much better. The templates they have are just downright beautiful. I mean, look at this. This is nice. Although this isn't their best template. Let me see. I'll show you. This one I've always liked from day one. This one just looks downright awesome. Anyway, I don't want to bore you guys. And finally is System Preferences. Nothing too exciting, but down here in Other we have my MPEG-4. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Maybe DivX? Yeah, it looks like DivX, but with a 3 right there. Air Display, which is an app I have on my iPad. Maybe I'll do a video on that someday. Kami? I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Connect 360 allows me to share my media to my 360 over the network. Control Center is a Logitech mouse software I use. Oh, there's DivX. I don't know what that 3DivX thing is. Maybe it was a decoder. I don't know what it is. Flash Player. Flash can suck it. Sorry, guys, I hate Flash. Flip for Mac WMV that allows me to play Windows Media files in QuickTime. Works great. Growl shows me little pop-up notifications for Twitter and anything else. Mouse Zoom speeds up my mouse pointer. I really like my mouse speed very fast. Parian. I forget what that is, to be honest. I don't ever use it. Printopia. I use this all the time. This allows me to print from my Mac or iPhone to any printer over the network as long as it's on the same network. You do not need to use Apple's... Actually, okay, rephrase. You do not need to use an AirPrint enabled printer. You just need to use a printer on your network, and Printopia works great. It's $10, but easily worth it. Razer Naga, that's there for Jesse because he likes their mice. Sizzling Keys, guys, I really can't talk. Sizzling Keys, there you go, shows you the songs that are playing on iTunes or AOL Radio, which is nice. And Squeeze is a compressor for files, I believe. I don't really use it that often. And of course, down here are shortcut docs. I have 2 PR letters for companies that I send out. TechSocial, the application accepted if you're accepted as a TechSocial writer at techsocial.com/apply. That is the email. That is the document you will see in your email. And of course, YouTube, my social links. This is the list of links that always goes in my videos. That way, I don't have to retype it every time. I simply copy and paste. And that is that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions regarding any of the apps I showed, always, feel free to ask in the comments. And as always, check out my links below the video for Twitter, Facebook, TechSocial, ddefranco.com, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.